out the corner of my eye, I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, I never seen a man who looks so all alone. Could you?
Here at GeneCo, we've been serving the United States in the area of eugenics for over 50 years. We offer genetic screening that searches for any inline diseases that may come back and haunt future generations. This is done by extracting a simple piece of DNA, such as from a hair, and running it through our intensive screening process. Furthermore, we also offer the perfectly formed Neely quotient test, which rates an individual's social skills, learning capacity, problem solving, and other small subject tests. This test will be taken a total of 3 times, and all the scores will be averaged to find out final scores which you will be judged by.
But doctor, what if I want to have kids, but I ain't too good with the book learning?
That's perfectly fine, because we also serve as a medium for adoption agencies. We have an intensive database of every type of child you could ever want. Ethiopian? Got it. Chinese? We have it. Haitian? You bet your dead grandmother. Japanese, American, African, Bosnian, French, German, Canadian, boy, girl, dirty, clean, young, old, blonde hair, black hair, blue eyes, green eyes, even imaginary. We have them.
But doctor, I'm afraid of hospitals. I don't want a painful sterilization surgery.
We have a solution to that too. We realize that not all people are comfortable with the thought of surgery, so we've isolated an enzyme that will sterilize men and women alike. We have dubbed this miracle drug Zydrate, and it comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial? A little glass vial.
And the little glass vial goes into the gun like a battery. And the Zydrate gun goes somewhere against your anatomy. And when the gun goes off, it sparks and you're ready for surgery. Surgery.
So how does the Neely quotient test work? The test is quite simple actually. It's only about an hour-long test that will cover your overall intelligence, social skills, problem solving, and current knowledge. You are able to completely fail one of the subject areas and still be allowed to breed by use of your other higher scores. This way there is an equal advantage to all people. The test will be taken at age 15 and the correct procedure will be taken at the end of the 3rd test, which will be completed by the end of the month after the child's 15th birthday. Let's take the example of Macy and Jane. They are both here to take their final test.
Hi!
While they are taking their final test, we'll be analyzing their DNA.
Ow!
This sample will be handed over to our doctors down in the genetics labs where they were screened for every known genetic disease there is. This includes heart disease, diabetes, and any other inheritable disorder. If any of over the 600 diseases show up in our counseling, the appropriate action will be taken.
I'm digging with my fingertips. I'm gripping at the ground I stand upon. I'm searching for fragile bones. I'm never gonna be refined. Keep trying, but I won't assimilate. Should we have come far in time?
The screening takes about 3 hours, which will line up almost perfectly with the completion of our Neely quotient test. Here's your genetic counselor now. Here's the results, doctor. I think you'll be quite pleased with them. Thank you.
And here are the results for the NCT. Quite predictable.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay then, it appears that Jane has passed the test with almost a perfect score. Macy, on the other hand, didn't spell her name quite right. Sorry. As you can see, each person must pass both tests in order to stay fertile.
If they fail either one, they are immediately sterilized. However, before taking any test, every person must choose whether to be sterilized or to move out of the country in the event of a failed test.
Both Jane and Macy chose to be sterilized rather than move out of the country. If they had chosen to move, they would have been given 2 months to leave the country or be at risk of a warrant on their name. GeneCo also aids in the moving process. Since we have already taken your information, we have taken the liberty of processing you a passport to any country of your choosing. So all you have to worry about is finding a home and packing your belongings. Keep in mind that all of these services we offer are completely free, as we receive federal funding for everything. The only cost to you would be in the event of moving countries, in which you would have to pay for a new home. However, this is an extremely small price when you take into consideration that you not only get to keep your fertility, but also get to move to a new and exciting area of the world.
And for our more high-profile cases, we offer a new technology that offers them more hope. For a fee, we may be able to edit your genetic code, thus getting rid of any inherited diseases, recessive or dominant. This is an extremely costly process, and not all diseases can be cured using this technique. But if done, it will allow them to not only remain fertile, but have confidence in the knowledge that they can breed without the fear of diseased children.
This is a fairly long process, so to avoid any conceptions during the testing period, a temporary sterilization will be given in the form of a small pill that is inserted under the skin. From here, we take a blood sample and run it through an intensive test that will pinpoint the exact location of the gene, also known as a locus.
Once we have taken your complete genome, we simply change the gene that is causing the problem. This takes about a month of screening, but once complete, you are completely ready to come in for about a half-hour procedure in which you will lay down on a table with our highly advanced lasers. Change the DNA of every single cell in your body.
Now, to summarize, there are a total of 3 steps in the GeneCo testing program. First, you take the first 2 of 3 tests, known as a Neely quotient test, or the NQT. Before the 3rd test, we take a DNA sample and run a complete genetic screening for any possible inherited diseases that may tarnish the overall gene pool of America. While this is being done, you are taking your final test, and if you do well on all 3 tests, you have passed the mental portion of the processing. Finally, the results of the genetic counseling will come out. If either one of these tests are failed, sterilization or relocation will occur. It should also be noted that the sterilization process is completely painless and quick. If you pass both tests, the entire process is over and you are free to have as many children as you desire. Catholic bunnies.
GeneCo has been faithfully serving the community for over 50 years, showing both our dedication and experience in the field of population control. Other companies certainly exist, such as Sniffer, NeoN, Sledgehammer, and New World. But GeneCo is the only company that has been around since the dawn of genetic control of population. GeneCo is also the only company that offers genetic therapy, which will give the more privileged a chance to pass on their genetics. With this patented technology, GeneCo is the only company to offer full satisfaction.
GeneCo is also the first population control business that helps with relocation in the event that you choose to leave the United States rather than being sterilized. And more than anything else, we are also the only company to be completely free of charge outside of our more exclusive services. Every single test that we run is paid for by the government, which has made the burden of payment easier on everyone. GeneCo has single-handedly brought the population of the United States down to less than half of what it was 50 years ago, and we will continue to faithfully serve you in the future. Have a great day and happy breeding.
Doing your mom, 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 doing your mom. You know we straight doing your mom.